applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, load the win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
We are here. Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great show for y'all today. Y'all know in the NFL, the Divisional Round is approaching. It starts tomorrow, and we have Sunday also. And then Monday, we got the National Championship game. That's why we got CTC on the show with us right now. We're gonna briefly talk about that at the back end of the show. But make sure y'all tune in to CTC to get more of that on Monday. But like I said, I got my boy Carl here. You know, the host of Carl Talking College, Ravens fan. You know, Ravens not in the playoffs, but you know he's here to talk sports. I know John Harbaugh, a former Ravens coach, went to the Giants, so we got to talk about that. But Carl, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Pat Fitzgerald going crazy in the transfer portal, making me feel like Michigan State football is back. Michigan State won by 21 against Indiana, so I'm feeling great, man.
Let's get it.
Hold on. Another thing. Some of my ops got put out, man. Pittsburgh got put out. Great hate watch there. Shout out that Texans defense. And you know the Packers got put out, man. Shout out to Pops.
You know, one of my odds got put out. You know what I mean? Shout out to the 49ers for putting them out. I got a hit list, you know, some people surviving. So we gotta make sure they get checked out this weekend. But my boy, as you can see, Tomo's not here and Dave's not here. But if Dave was here, it's Friday, what he would say is it's time to turn
me up.
All right, let's get right to it, Carl, because they know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about these games, and like I said, John Harbaugh. So look, y'all, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch. So make sure y'all like this video, whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. But on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports. So make sure you do that. We put our content on a daily basis. And share this episode with anybody, so they can watch this show live with you, because you can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Let's get the show popping. You know, Tom will know me here, but we're going to knock it off right now. So look, Carl, your coach, man, your former coach, John Harbaugh, he's finalizing a deal, I would say, a 5-year, $100 million deal, and they're looking to make him the highest paid coach in the NFL right now. You know, spend his whole head coaching tenure as a Baltimore Raven and moving to the NFC and coming to the New York Giants. And Broadway means Harbaugh. So we want to know if this is a good move. I hear a lot of stuff, Carl. I hear most people, everybody is saying that he's going to come here and change the culture, and the Giants made a great hire. So, Carl, was this a good hire, or this is an overrated hire?
So here's my thing, right? I was one of the last ones on the fire Harbaugh train because I felt Harbaugh has done a good job in Baltimore. And I like the hire from the Giants, right? I really do. But this is what throws me off. The only coach making $20 million in the NFL is Andy Reid. and now will be John Harbaugh. Do I think that John Harbaugh is on the same level as Andy Reid? Absolutely not. This is an overpay of a hire. But shout out to him, get his money. I do think it's a good hire. I do think he got a lot of young talent. He can build a culture there in New York. He brings a lot of experience, and I mean, not for nothing, he was a special teams coach in with the Eagles, so he does have a little NFC East experience. But I do think he's a good coach. Now I'm interested to see how well he does with the Giants. But I think it's because I don't think it's overrated. I think it's overpaid for sure. I don't think it's overrated. Now, some people are overrating the hire. I saw one person say that he'll win the NFC East his first year in New York, and I just don't see that. But I think it's a good hire, and I think it's something that the Giants, over time, can be a good team with Harbaugh. So I'm wishing him nothing but the best. He had 18 years in Baltimore, and it just seemed like it ran this course.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an okay hire. I think the hire is being overrated for real. I look at John Harbaugh. He's one of the oldest coaches that's going to be active. Most likely, I'm pretty sure. I didn't check that, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be one of the oldest coaches active. He is dealing with a young team, like you said. Like you said, he brings experience and all that good stuff. But he's a special teams coach to start there. He's not an offensive minded coach. He's not a defensive minded coach. So number one, he's going to have to pick the right coordinator. That's going to be very important. And we don't know who the coordinator is right now.
Tom Monken. He's bringing Tom Monken.
Well, Tom Monken hasn't really finalized that. Tom Monken is still trying to be a head coach. He interviewed a couple of jobs to be a head coach. And he interviewed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to be an offensive coordinator. But I'm pretty sure if he don't get a head coach job, he'll go over John Harbaugh. Yeah. Also, John Harbaugh, when you look at his resume, right? After the Super Bowl, I think he only went to the playoffs one time before Lamar Jackson got there. He was out the playoffs every single year. And then Lamar Jackson gets there, and they get to the playoffs every year. But when you look at him when they look at this Ravens team when Lamar Jackson is not playing, they don't win a lot of games. There have been times when Lamar Jackson got hurt in the middle of the year with the number 1 seed or the number 1 seed in the AFC North, and they just fall flat on their face. Still get to the playoffs because Lamar gave you a good head start, but you'll fall flat on your face. So I don't know if he's the answer for the New York Giants. Do I think it's an upgrade? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it's an upgrade from Brian Daboll, but $20 million a year, like you said, being paid as one of the best coaches in the NFL, I think it's an overrated hire. And the double-digit leads he gives up. He gives up the most double-digit leads in the NFL. You know, so, and the Giants did that a lot last year. So I don't think, like, as an NFC East guy, you know, being a Commander fan, excuse me, I don't know what is happening. Do I see this hire as like, strike fear in my heart? No, I don't. I see it as a good hire, just like I didn't really see Brian Daboll as a good hire because I didn't really know too much about him at the time. But do I see it as a home run hire, like a Ben Johnson or something like that? No, I don't see it like that. I do see it as a good hire that will keep them probably stable. They won't be like a 4-win, 3-win team. He could help you be stable, but get over the hump with the Giants? I don't think so.
Yeah, and that's why I said people are overrating the hire. Like, I think it was TJ Houshmandzadeh, maybe not, I can't remember. But to say that they're gonna win the NFC East next year just because they got Harbaugh is crazy to me. Like, you still got pieces that you need to fill in this roster. So I don't agree with that. Like, that's why I say I don't think it's an overrated hire. In my opinion, I think people are making this overrated by the expectations they are putting on the Giants because of this hire. Like, and the fact that he got paid that much money is also another issue that I have. Like, you're paying him more than anybody annually other than Andy Reid, which is insane to me because he's not the second best coach in the NFL. I just think they severely overpaid for him.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Cost of living is different now from when Andy Reid got his money. You know, like coaches will be paying more as the year goes by. But like I said, like his age is up there and he crumbles. Like his team crumbles, bro. Like y'all, you say yourself, like your team, if it's fine ways is crumble. You know, and now he's going over there. So I think it's really the name. I think it's a name why people are over exaggerating on the hire. Like I said, I don't think it's a bad hire. I think it's a good one, but it's not a Mike. Like for example, Mike Vrabel, bro. Mike Vrabel was a home run hire to me for the Patriots. It was a home run hire, you know. But I don't think John Harbaugh is a home run hire.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so that's that. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next topic. We gotta talk about our first game of the divisional round playoffs, and we got the Seahawks versus the 49ers. Now, there's a lot going on, a lot of news. You got Sam Darnold dealing with an oblique injury, you know? And it's funny because these teams play in the first game of the season, these teams play in the last game of the season, and now they are playing in the playoffs, which shows you the NFC West beef never expires. It constantly goes. And then most likely we're gonna get another NFC West matchup if the Rams win in the next round. So got an NFC West beef. So Drew Lock took a lot of first team reps yesterday, they said. But they said Sam Darnold, but they said Sam Darnold will play. Now, Carl, before I let you talk, I'm gonna tell you what the people are saying. People are saying that this is a built-in excuse for Sam Darnold, that he's dealing with an injury. So when I heard Cam Newton say that, I heard Ryan Clark say that also. They said like if he doesn't perform, now we could point to this like, oh, he didn't practice or he's dealing with the oblique injury because he's fresh off of a bye week and he gets hurt. So Carl, who you have winning this game, Seahawks or 49ers? And by the way, for those who don't know, co-host my boy Dave is a 49ers fan. Go ahead, Carl.
I'm gonna say this because I don't believe in that built-in excuse thing. I'm not gonna lie. I took a nap earlier today. I woke up and my foot was hurting for some reason. It's just life. Sometimes, because I ain't gonna lie, I was like, when did he get hurt? But stuff happens. We done seen somebody on the toilet drop their iPhone and he's out for the season with a broken elbow and Darren McFadden. So life happens. Now, here's my thing with this game. Did Sam Darnold really perform against the 49ers the last game of the season? Not really. I watched them pick up a 3rd and 17 on a run play to Kenneth Walker. The run game was crazy against the 49ers.
Yeah, it was.
So even if Sam Darnold doesn't perform, I didn't watch the Seahawks win games in spite of Sam Darnold. I almost said Aaron Donald. Sam Darnold's performances. So do I think Sam Darnold is necessarily important in this matchup? No, it's going to be in the hands of the Seahawks defense. Mm-hmm. And that defense, if it comes to play with that 12th man in that playoff atmosphere, it's going to be tough for the 49ers to get points as it was the last game of the season as they put up 3 points. Brock Purdy can't afford to turn the ball over like he did last week twice against the Seattle Seahawks defense. And because of said defense is why I'm going with the Seahawks. Y'all know the mantra. I'm a Ravens fan. Defense wins championships. Mm-hmm. And this defense is good enough to win you a championship. I didn't see a defense take Rex Grossman to a Super Bowl. I didn't see a defense win Trent Dilfer a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And me personally, I'm not a quarterback is a winning stat. I mean, winning is not a quarterback stat in my opinion. So I think this game is won defensively by the Seahawks. I think they did a great job last time they played Christian McCaffrey doing it. They did a really great job against McCaffrey on that last game. What was that, Saturday night? And Brock Purdy really wasn't effective against the Seahawks either. And I think them bottling McCaffrey was a large part of it. And I think that they'll have a similar game plan going into this one. Now, obviously, you can't have the exact same game plan because Kyle Shanahan will obviously adjust, and then that might get exposed. But I'm going with the Seahawks strictly because of defense. Yeah. Oh, and the run game.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks should win this game. Like you said, I'm with you with the oblique injury situation. Like, I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm never going to say, like, somebody's lying or, acting like they hurt or stuff like that. I always give people the benefit of the doubt until evidence is proven otherwise, So I'm not going to take that route. I know how you feel about Sam Darnold, so I wasn't sure where you were going to go with that. That's why I wanted to bring that up. But like you said, they are on a 7-game win streak, Carl. In the last 7 games, he got 7 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So he hasn't been great in the last 7 games doing this win streak to end the season. And like you said, the run game was tremendous. I mean, they had 180 rushing yards in the last game. But I think that number doesn't really tell how good the run game was because they were getting chunks at a time at certain points. And like you said, it was a 3rd and 17. They convert on a run play, which is crazy. So the defense is lights out. George Kittle went down. It's another weapon they don't have right now, right? Now, the Eagles' defense is really good also. They're really good, but I think Seattle defense is better up front on the run game, I would say. I think the defense is better in the run game because Philly got some dogs up front. But in the run game, I feel like Seattle defense is better. These teams know each other, so maybe the third time they play each other. But Carl, to say all that, I got the 49ers, man. For some reason, I got the 49ers. I think seeing them the third time benefits the better coach, and that's Kyle Shanahan, in my opinion. I think Kyle Shanahan is a better coach. Do I like Mike McDonald? Yes, he's great. He's been doing a great job since he's been in Baltimore and the Seahawks. But Kyle Shanahan, I feel like the game plan they're gonna go out with this weekend is gonna be very good. You saw it in Philly, being mad. Philly has a really good defense, and Vic Fangio, really good defensive coordinator. And this is the first time in a while I can say that he got outcoached. Kyle Shanahan outcoached Vic Fangio in Philly, where they don't lose at. Now, that last game at the end of the season was in San Francisco, on the Bay Area. This one's gonna be in Seattle. So I think if Sam Darnold plays, I feel like the jitters gonna kick in, man. I mean, he gotta prove me otherwise. Now, can the Seahawks win despite of him? Yes, they actually been doing that. They did it with the Rams and they did it with the 49ers, right?
Almost did it with the Rams the first game.
yeah. So they can win despite of Sam Darnold, but I got a gut feeling that Kyle Shanahan is gonna go to work. And like I said, since Kyle Shanahan been a 49er head coach, when he makes the playoffs, he always gets to the NFC Championship game. So I'm gonna go with Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan to make the upset and go to the NFC Championship game.
So as you know, I'm not mad at your Sam Darnold take because I am the leader of it about how when games get big, he gets small. Absolutely. But here's my difference with Philly having their great defense and Seattle having theirs. There's no holes in this secondary. Philly, they have a hole at cornerback number 2. Where you gonna go in Seattle? You got Witherspoon, you got Reek, you got Joe. It's really no Nick Amaroy, who I said in the pre-draft was the best safety coming into this league out of South Carolina. But Nick Amaroy, you got no holes in the secondary, and they all hit. Ernest Jones, another South Carolina guy, linebacker. He's been phenomenal this year. Then you bring DeMarcus Lawrence over from the Cowboys. It's just so much with this defense. While, like I said, Philly has a great one, there's a clear hole. Seattle, to me, there's no holes really with this defense. And then you bring up the fact, not you, but I'm just saying, you could bring up the fact that Philly has struggled with the run this year.
Yeah, the run.
Seattle's going to stick to it. Now, they don't let my dog K9 get in the end zone, which is crazy. They always going to Charbonnet, even though my boy bring him down there. I got a little beef with that, and Charbonnet with the Michigan, so I definitely got some beef with that. But they're going to run the ball, and I think they'll run it effectively. So that's why I'm going with the Seahawks. But if they can't run the ball and the ball game is put in Darnold's hands, I got I'm going to be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I want you. I think Seattle should win, but I'm going to go with the 49ers, though. I'm going to pick the 49ers to win this game.
Yeah, I think Seattle had 100 yards almost rushing in the first quarter.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, and like I said, they were getting chunks at the time, and the score don't really tell the dominance to Seattle put on that game. Like, I know it's 13-3. I hear people saying that 49ers defense held them 13 points. I'm like, yeah, but when you watch the game, bro, like they kind of dominated it. They were doing whatever they wanted on the run game versus the 49ers. So I get you on that. But shout out to Kyle Shanahan, Robert Saleh. Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
But got your boy Matty Ice. And is Caleb your boy? Caleb your boy too, right?
I mess with Caleb. I wasn't one of a lot of people was down on Caleb coming into the draft. I was not one of them.
Yeah, Caleb is your boy. Yeah. Caleb, I wasn't down on him either, but I'm more up on Jaden Daniels. But anyways, we got a match of the Horn versus the Claws. So the Bears versus the Rams in the second round. Bears are the number 2 seed. I mean, we talk about teams two different teams. One team wins when they are down early and they come back late and they make like a heroic effort to win a game. They do it. Then you got this other team who goes up early but have multiple losses, giving up big leads and falling short. So, I mean, will this happen again? I mean, it's like people think it's bound to happen. Can the Rams get a big lead and hold it off? Can the Bears come back, or can it just be a regular game? We're gonna see. But to talk about this matchup, we got Mr. Zero Sports Talk, my boy. Hold on, get the stuff ready. My boy, Griffey. Let's get it.
So, what's happening, guys?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, big matchup. I know it's been what since 2021 since y'all been to the Super Bowl. Y'all 2022. You want to count the actual Super
Actually,
Bowl
yeah.
year, but 2022, y'all are 2 games away from getting there. But you got to get past this team, Chicago, with your boy Carl, USC fan. We got to get him
Yeah, I
on
know.
some
I
team.
heard last show.
Y'all here, yeah, USC fan, right? So,
They did my boys dirty, man.
so Griffey, tell me about this game. What's gonna happen?
Man, I was actually racking my brain like for the last couple of days trying to figure out what would be the best strategy from my perspective. Obviously, I'm not a coach or anything, but like from my perspective to like stop Caleb Williams, like because I've seen him in USC. I know what he's capable of, and I know a lot of people dog him and everything, but like when he needs to make it happen, he can make it happen. When he escapes the pocket really well, he can buy time. And that's probably one of the worst things for a very, very underwhelming Rams secondary. Like if the quarterback can roll out and buy time and have all day, he's gonna find someone open. Um, it all comes down to if Chris Shula can figure something out to like make his defense work differently. Because all he has been doing is like 4-man rush, soft coverage, all that stuff, and teams like with decent quarterbacks just pick it apart. Check downs and everything that works to Caleb's strengths. I know he can make the big plays. He had that miracle play on 4th and 8 against the Packers, but I mean, if you just give him soft coverage and check downs, that's all day for Odunze, for Swift and Manungai. Yeah, Manungai. Um, so I really don't know defensively what the Rams can do. Offensively, though, I know exactly what the Rams can do, and that's literally don't have a lull. Because I'm going to use the second Seattle game as an example. They were up 30-14, and they ended up losing that game because the Rams offense just decided, let's run on first and second down. You know, if we get in third and long, let's try to get it. They don't get it. They got a punt. And so now they're giving the ball back to Seattle and then they get a great kick return. Was it a punt return or kick?
Punt return.
Punt
He took
return.
it to the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then they get a great punt return, and it's like, don't do that. Like, if the pass game is working, keep passing the ball. I say this all the time. Keep your foot on their necks. It's like, and for some reason, Sean McVay doesn't do it, or I don't know if it's Chris Shula defensively. They just end up backing everybody up on defense, playing soft coverage, letting them have everything underneath. And that's fine if you're like if there's 2 minutes left in the game. If you're in the third quarter and you're doing that, the team's just gonna dink and dunk it all the way down the field. As long as the team is patient, they're gonna make it happen. And Ben Johnson isn't. He's proven he's a great coach. He's a smart coach. He's proven, especially on the offensive side. He's not gonna just accept, oh, we got to bomb it every play. He's going to take those screens to Swift and Manungai. He's going to get his receivers open and stuff like that. So offensively, it's like you got to keep going. You got to keep, if you start off fast, which the Rams are really good at, they're really good at like that first drive touchdown or even a first drive field goal. If you see something working, keep using it until there's like 1 minute left in the game and you're up like 2 scores. Like that's the only thing I can say about the Rams' chances in this. Because if they're probably not going to get pressure on Caleb because of his escapability. And they've been getting like no pressure on anybody recently. I don't know if the defensive line is tired, someone's hurt. I don't know what it is. I know Chris Shula's not going to send a blitz often, which he probably should. But even his blitz packages are mediocre, none like fancy or anything. So as long as you can match them, I think the Rams will outlast because Matthew Stafford with the ball in his hands last is usually a pretty good result for the Rams.
All right, Carl.
All right, so here's my thing with the Bears Rams, or just the Rams in general to start with. First of all, sometimes I think as much as I love Sean McVay, he be getting real predictable sometimes. Like the game against the Panthers last week. Blake Corum was in that entire drive. 4th and 1, you bring in Kyron Williams. No duds are running Kyron Williams. You haven't played him this entire drive once. Now he's in the game on 4th and 1. I wonder who's getting the ball. And I've seen them done that. My second thing with the Rams is I feel like they go away from the run sometimes too much. They'll put the ball sometimes in Maddie's hands too much. When Kyron Williams sometimes will have it going. Like feed the run. I'm not saying run first, second down, stuff like that, but let's run on first, see if we can get in the second and maybe 6, second and 7. That way we can use the whole playbook. We could run if we want, we could pass if we want, set up third and manageable. We got all these things at our disposal. And I think sometimes they just let Matty sometimes go a little crazy. And I'm a Matthew Stafford guy, but it's just football. You don't want to just come out and like, all right, they're going to be passing all the time, because then defenses, they'll set, and edge rushers, they'll pin their ears back, and Matty ain't the fastest, so that allows people to get pressure on your quarterback. But I know a lot of people are saying that, oh, it's crazy snowing in Chicago and it's below zero and da-da-da. They forget Matthew Stafford played in Detroit for damn near his whole career. He played in Green Bay. He's played in Chicago for almost his whole career. So I don't think that'd be that much of an effect on Matthew Stafford. Now, I do see that his stats, I guess, with the Rams, 14 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, whatever the case may be. I don't think that's an issue. If the Rams could stop the run with Swift and Kyle Monangai and force Caleb to throw all over the yard, I do think Caleb, like last week, will give you some interceptions. He went through one, two. Yeah, I might say 2.
One wasn't his fault though, but it was miscommunication.
Red zone in the third quarter, on fourth down. I think he might throw you some interceptions. And if Matty could protect the football, establish a run, attack Kyler Gordon, who's a great player, but he's clearly playing hurt. Jalen Johnson just got on nightcap and said he's been getting shot up to play, dealing with that oblique injury. So he's clearly playing hurt. Use your receivers. You got Devontae Adams, another underrated guy that y'all have is who I loved out of Pitt, Kanata Munfield. He's been making some plays. Use your receivers and attack these DBs who are clearly playing hurt, and I think the Rams will be fine. So I'm going with the Rams.
Going the Rams? Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the weather. It says it's going to be 9. It's going to feel like -5 degrees, but it's going to be 9 degrees around game time. But, like, what school Puka the Cool went to?
BYU.
What school did Kyle Williams go to? Michigan.
Notre Dame.
No, Kyle Williams went to.
Blake Corum. Blake Corum went to Michigan.
He went to Michigan. I'm sorry, my bad. So these guys, like you said, Matthew Stafford played in Detroit. He played in this division for his whole career. So these guys are. I don't think the weather is going to bother guys if you're not named the Miami Dolphins, right? Outside of Miami Dolphins, the weather is not going to bother you in this game. But I'm gonna go with the Rams too. I think the Chicago Bears are on like a fairy tale. Like I feel like they won last week because I would say the Packers more so lost that game than the Bears won that game. No disrespect to the Bears. I think the Bears are having a really good season, but they're winning a lot of games coming back from behind. Now you can say that about us from last year. I don't think we came back from behind last year a lot. We just won a lot of close games. But there was, so it's a difference. I'm gonna go with the Rams because I feel like if the Bears are not forcing turnovers, their defense is not elite. They don't have an elite defense. So what makes them a good defense is the forcing of the turnovers. And Matthew Stafford, believe it or not, has been taking care of the ball this year. Your boy led the league in interception a few times. But
chill, oh my God.
This year he's been taking the ball. Now, when he does turn the ball over, they don't become coming twos or something like that, right? That's what happens with him sometimes. But I think they'll do a good job taking care of the ball. And did y'all hear what Sean McVay said about the Matt LaFleur thing?
Nah, what did he say?
He said we game plan woo, and Matt and LaFleur is a close friend of mine. Him and Ben Johnson
they got that. I'm pretty sure he leaking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't take it like he leaking. I took it as like I'm gonna get his get back for him. That's how I took it. I took it like he gonna get his get back.
You don't think they talking? Yeah. You don't think he's telling them information after that?
Yeah, he definitely is. I want to go back to like something you said earlier about like the Bears secondary being hurt and everything. That's what I mean by like if something's working, you stick with it. Because you're right. McVay for some reason wants to change up his game plan. Like if at halftime he might keep it on for the first drive and then he completely shifts what's been working. If it runs working, he goes to the pass. The pass working, he goes to the run. And I don't understand that either. That's one of the biggest things. If the run is working, which is possible against this Bears defense, because it's like you said, their biggest strength is taking the ball over. It's not really strength in pass coverage or strength in run coverage. They're probably like middle of the pack in either or. I think that's exactly what's going to lead to the Rams winning right there. It's just sticking to whatever you see in the first, second quarter that's working, that's getting you downfield, that's getting touchdowns. Stick to that until like the game's almost over.
Don't get me wrong. The Rams secondary can be, whew, you
No,
know.
I mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, I feel like the Bears can exploit that. You got Romaduze who came back from injury last week, so he's healthier this week. So I feel like he would get more touches this week than he did last week.
But
So
Joe, that's why I only talked about the offense because I already know. I was like, the Bears, they're gonna. What's funny is I don't think the Bears are gonna start off as fast. I think the Rams, like their defense, like has this momentum or this how do you say I don't know. They just have energy in the first couple drives where they
yeah,
play better, and then they just completely fall apart later on in the game. So I don't think the Bears are gonna start off as fast. If they do, we're in trouble. But if the Rams can start off fast, that's a huge advantage for the Rams because they can keep, like I said, putting their foot on their necks.
Yeah, and not for nothing, TJ Edwards is out for the rest of the playoffs, so that's a big blow for the Bears.
that was a big
And
loss.
one thing I noticed in the Packers game that the Packers did was they kept it really vanilla. Bears will run man, they'll just hit them with an out route. And I'm pretty sure Sean McVay took notice. So
Yeah,
they're man,
especially if he's talking to LaFleur.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
man.
I
Yeah,
think
I-
that I
Go
think
ahead, go ahead.
I think that the Rams could take advantage of this Bears defense. I also agree with you that this defense, for what it's worth, isn't the best. It's just really good at taking the ball away. So it's an opportunistic defense more than a really good defense.
Really, yeah, it really is opportunistic. But and then one thing about Caleb, he don't take advantage of every opportunity. Like I feel like every game he leads, he's at 50% completion percentage. like he leads plays on the field every single game. So and that's what gets him in a lot of holes. But this Rams just gotta hold on. If they get the lead, I gotta hold on because y'all have a history this year of just giving up leads. Look at y'all gave up a lead last game. Get the Panthers. Y'all got up.
Yeah. Thank God for Puka Nacua, man. Because if Puka didn't knock that ball out, the Rams might have lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was almost a pick. Yep.
Yeah, but like I said, it's like you just mentioned how Caleb like has errant throws, and that's what I mean by like the Rams need to keep on pushing and keep putting their foot on their necks. Because if you had to pick a team that was more consistent, who would you pick? It'd be the Rams, right?
Yeah, for
Obviously. Yeah, way more consistency. So obviously Caleb's makes amazing plays, he makes amazing throws, but he also makes bad plays and he also makes bad throws and he also holds the ball too long sometimes. Sometimes there's miscommunication. That's a Ben Johnson thing that his offense kind of like is so complicated or whatever. Sometimes there's miscommunication with receivers or with handoffs and stuff like that. So they're gonna make mistakes, the Bears. Like they do every game, even though they've won like 12 games. They do make mistakes. So as long as the Rams cannot make those mistakes and just don't play a vanilla offense like the Packers did is okay, but a vanilla offense where it's predictable, like you mentioned earlier, where it's like run. Oh, Kyron's in the game, they're gonna run. Oh, Puka's out of the game, they're gonna run. Like stuff like that is gonna bite Sean McVay in this game.
Yeah. So my final synopsis, like you said, it's gonna come down to Jerry Verse, Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, and that D line. If they can get pressure with 4, it's gonna be a long day for Caleb. So that D line is for sure going to be very big in this matchup, and I think they can take advantage of this Bears O line. So
yeah, I'm with this dude right here. I think they need to run the ball this game.
I agree.
Well, yeah. All right. So last words, Griffey. Big game. So it looks like you already dressed for the weather.
Oh yeah, nah, I just came from outside. But
it's cold here too, though.
That is something I didn't even mention. I didn't even follow up on the weather. Like, where did this even come from? This whole weather thing. Is this like cope? It's like just sounds like cope. Like
because y'all are LA team, that's why. And they said that y'all haven't played a game under 50 degrees.
We played in the snow last year against Philly, bro.
That's what I was saying. That's what I meant to bring up. I meant to bring that up.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we played in a snowstorm against the Super Bowl champions.
And Matt was
Like,
throwing that thing too.
yeah, it's not like we got blown out of the water. Like, what are we saying? Yeah, we lost the game, but it wasn't because of the weather. Like, it's like you don't have enough confidence in your team that you're saying the weather's gonna beat us. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, literally last year, if Kyron Williams don't fumble, we might be talking about how the Rams beat the Eagles and may have went on to win the Super Bowl.
Or they don't miss that block on Jalen Carter.
That too, but I think the Kyron Williams fumble was way more important.
It was.
And also, if they want to like discredit what happened in the snow against Philly, just remember Rams were like the only team that kept it close in the playoffs against that team last year, and that was in the snow. Sorry about the Commanders. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's and we fumbled like 4 times. So
yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, sir. All right, so we looking forward to have you on Tuesday with a smile on your face, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
And hopefully, if we could possibly get a 49ers Rams matchup next week and have you and Dave on here, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. You know. So, but I appreciate you for coming on.
I appreciate you. Take it easy.
Let's get it. All right. So me and you going to just do the Patriots one. All right. So we got
Tony. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't think Tony can make it, but we got Teddy. But we got right now. Teddy has a game in Florida right now. But Patriots and Texans. Yeah, yes, sir. Get that dub. Patriots and Texans, right? You hear Teddy talk about we're back. You know, the Patriots are back. You know, so the Patriots are taking a walk to remember. They're going back to memory lane, and they haven't been to an AFC Championship game since Brady left. Well, you know, the first year last year he was there. They got bounced in the first round, but the year before that.
Don't remind me of what Mike Vrabel said when they got bounced in the first.
What did he say?
He would cut his, off to be Brady.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and shout out to Mike Vrabel for putting him out, and now he's the head coach of the Patriots. But we got the Houston Texans, Carl, and the Houston Texans have shown that they are probably the best defense in the NFL. Seattle got something to say about that. I know Philly thought they had something to say about that, but they are elite, and they show how elite they were against Pittsburgh. But we know Pittsburgh offense is not the Patriots offense. They're playing, and the same thing with them is happening here. All the Patriots fans are saying it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold. It's not Houston. That's what all the Patriots fans are saying.
Pittsburgh was cold,
but I mean, Kansas City was cold last year. I mean, and the defense balled out. I think it's Kansas City last year.
But I'm saying though, Pittsburgh was literally last week.
It was
not even a week ago. It was like 4 or 5 days ago.
30. What was it? 30-6, something like that.
36, 31. It could have been 31. I would have loved to see the extra point. Pile up more mobs, but we ain't got to talk about that.
So, Carl, who you got winning this game? Patriots or Texans?
This is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about this, and I don't even know if I have a winner yet in my head. But this is why it's tough, because although that Texans defense is, to me, the best defense in the league, that offense leaves a lot to be desired. And now there's announced that Nico Collins is out against the Patriots because of a concussion. So that's a huge part of the passing game removed. Now it's literally
Gonzalez is in, by the way, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I seen that. But it's literally the Iowa State Cyclones at receiver versus the Patriots. Jalen Noel, Jaden Higgins, and Xavier Hutchinson. Those are all 3 Iowa State guys versus the Patriots. Now you got Cade Stover and Dalton Schultz, which Dalton Schultz didn't even really do. I don't remember him doing much Monday night against the Steelers, but you got those guys as options at the tight end spot. My question is this: is the Texans run game as effective as it was against Pittsburgh against the Patriots? And part of me wants to say no. Even though I've seen the Patriots give up yards, but that was to Derrick Henry and the Ravens. Woody Marks is not Derrick Henry. Nick Chubb at one point was a premier back, a shell of himself, unfortunately, because that was one of my favorite running backs. But I think I might have to go with the Patriots on this, just because I'm just nervous about this Houston Texans offense. And the Patriots have a really good defense in their set, like within their own right. They're a really good defense. Now, can they get to CJ Stroud? Because the Steelers did a great job getting to CJ Stroud and forcing 3 turnovers, because CJ Stroud, when the pressure got on him, didn't really play well. He did some questionable things. to keep it PG. So I think I'm going with the Patriots, man. I think the Patriots can run the ball with Ramondre and Travion. I think Drake May, he got his first playoff game out the way with his turnovers, and people underrate his athletic ability. Drake May can run the football. I've been saying that since North Carolina. Again, another guy who was high on Drake May, even though the media told you otherwise. But nonetheless, I think I'm going with the pass, man. I just don't trust this Houston Texans offense. I really don't. Like, at any phase of the game against this Patriots defense. I think it's a very low-scoring game. I don't know the under, but if you're a betting man like me, I might bet the under. But give me the Patriots.
Okay. Speaking of Patriots, we got a Patriots fan here. Tony has made it backstage, and we're going to bring him up so he can give his thoughts on his Patriots. My boy Tony.
What's going on, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, talk to us. We know you're busy, but go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead and talk to us about this game.
So, this isn't going to be as easy a game as the one we had the last time. I think the game defensively was an easy game for us. When you look at the game now, this game is going to depend very much on the play of C.J. Stroud, and I don't think C.J. Stroud has enough to beat that Patriots defense, especially with Milton Williams coming back and adding that pressure on him and up the middle. He's bound to make some kind of mistake. I think Drake May grew up in the second half of that game. You saw his numbers in the second half. So I don't got a blowout, but I think this game is going to come down to Stroud having the ball last, kind of like last week's game, and us pulling out the victory. So if I was to give a score, it's probably going to be a low-scoring game, probably something like, I don't even know if they're going to score 10 points, but I would say something like maybe 17-10, 17-13, something like that. But I don't see, because that Houston's defense, I give it respect. It's an animal, and it can probably terrorize the left side of our offensive line because of the rookies. But I think what's going to happen is that they're going to probably try to use that against them, kind of what the Giants did against us in the Super Bowl. And I think there's going to be one of those games where Travion Henderson is going to have more of an impact than Ramondre Stevens, meaning that they're going to do a lot of screens and stuff like that to take off that pass rush and to try to tamper that pass rush. So I see it as winning the game. By no means will we dominate the game. I don't see it being a dominating game. But remember, I mean, this defense for a majority of the year was the number one rush defense in football. So it's not that they can't play defense. And you saw last week what they did the Chargers thing was a little crazy. They kind of did some of the things to themselves because we definitely gave them gifts all last week. But yeah, I see us as a victory.
Yeah, the Texans I think they're the number one. Hold on, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're number one. Yeah, the number one rushing offense in the NFL. So
number one rushing offense.
Yeah, they are, bro. It's ridiculous.
I thought that's the Bills.
Well, sorry. In the post, I'm tripping. I am tripping. I'm tripping. Yeah, I'm tripping. Yeah, they're on the bottom half. I'm tripping right now. I'm sorry, y'all. But the Texans, I feel like, see, I'm going with the pass too, and it's only because of the Texans offense. So, just like the Chargers, I don't think the Texans offense could put pressure on y'all offense. You know, so like, y'all offense are going to have opportunities to make mistakes and recover in the same game, just like y'all did with the Chargers. So even if Drake may get a couple of turnovers in the beginning, or y'all get a fumble or a couple of few 3-and-outs, y'all are going to be able to recover because, like Carl said, y'all have an elite defense also. Y'all have one of the best defenses in the league. They're down their best receiver, and y'all regain y'all best corner. So like, and Gonzo is one of the best cornerbacks in the league. You know, so and you know how it is in sports. You got the Texans who got multiple corners out there, multiple DBs out there who deservingly could be all pros for real, right? And then you got Chris Gonzalez. Yes, shout out to Stingley, right? But so you got multiple DBs over there that could be all pro. So you got Gonzo over there, and just that competitive juice, he wants to prove himself. You know, I just saw a video with Aqib Talib, and they mentioned their top 3 corners, and he wasn't in it. Gonzo wasn't in it, but Stingley was in it. I think.
Yeah,
Stingley
who we say?
He said Who you say?
PS2, Stingley, and who else? What,
And who's
Denzel
the
Ward?
third one? No, it wasn't Denzel Ward. It wasn't Denzel Ward. But
Hmm.
Christian Gonzalez wasn't in it. I don't think he was. It was PS2, Stingley, and was he in it? I don't know. I don't think he was. I'm gonna send it in the chat. Just know that. So
I'll look it up.
yeah. So basically, I can see, like Gonzo is like Christian Kirk had a good game against the Steelers. Do I think you have a good game now that Christian Gonzalez, like he's the number one target now? I don't think he's gonna have a good game. So, but here's the thing about the Texans though. They're the more experienced team. This is CJ Stroud's third year in a row getting to the second round. Last year, I saw CJ Stroud in the regular season play poorly, but then he played much better in the playoffs against the Chargers and against the Chiefs. He wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. He was better than he was in the regular season. He used his legs a lot in the regular in that playoff game. So do I see CJ Stroud flipping a switch against y'all and not losing y'all the game? I can't see that. I can't see them doing that. Now Drake May, I feel like with him, he's gonna get pressure a lot, and I think you said the last episode, Tony, he's gonna use his legs a lot because when you play, the Texans do give up a lot of rushing yards to quarterbacks because of the pressure they get and they run out the pocket. We saw it on that primetime game with the Chiefs. Mahomes was constantly using his legs. So Drake May, just like last game, used his legs. But like I said, it goes back to the Texans offense. If CJ Stroud can get something going on offense, they can win this game. But I don't think he will. And I think y'all will have opportunities to regain to make up for y'all mistakes. And I'm gonna have y'all winning a close game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tony.
No. Go ahead, because you go ahead, Carl.
I was just saying, not for nothing. I know the Houston Texans have a tough duo in Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley, but Carlton Davis is a number one corner playing number two beside Christian Gonzalez, and I've always been a Carlton Davis fan, so that's a tough tandem within themselves as well. So I think the Patriots defense is really good, and like we all been saying, we don't know if we really trust CJ Stroud and his offense, especially being down Nico Collins. I like Jaden Higgins, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he's ready to be a number one receiver in a divisional round playoff game going against either Christian Gonzalez or Carlton Davis.
So, Carl, I'll say this right here. The one thing that most people forget about the Patriots as a team in themselves, they're probably the most situational ready team, situational prepared team left in the playoffs right now. So that goes into account too. They're going to be prepared for all the situations that can possibly come up, and they're going to be ready to attack. I think the one thing that I like more than anything is to see them when Gonzalez went down, how they turned into an attacking defense. They turned into an aggressive attacking defense where they started blitzing a little bit more. And I don't think they really needed to, but they started to do it, and I think it kind of threw them off. I think there's going to be a mix of that going on where he's not going to know when they're blitzing and when they are. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going to because I think I said this to I said this in a personal conversation with Joe earlier. If the other guy was playing, I would be scared. The other QB was playing.
Oh, Davis Mills.
Davis
Mills.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason why I say that is because that guy, if you watch him in the season, you've seen how he's progressed to be a better quarterback. If you watched him when CJ was out,
his offense did look good though.
The offense looked really good with him there, right? And he makes decisions so fast where he gets the ball out of his hand. CJ holds the ball too much.
Yeah, that's Carl's guy.
And that's why I say that I would be more afraid if he was quarterbacking this game. I'd be like, oh man, I don't know what's going to happen. Right, because we have the tendency to have a lot of lapses in the secondary, and he seemed to hit those big plays all the time. So no.
So the third cornerback was Quinyon. It was Derek.
Quinyon Mitchell.
Quinyon and PS2, and then when they named Gonzo, it was like nope. Like it was like a nope.
I'm going Gonzo over Quinyon. Y'all know I'm a Quinyon guy. I was on him pre-draft. By the way, Joe was being sarcastic saying Davis Mills was my guy.
Yeah, you was. All right, Tony. Big game for y'all, man. We will be tuned in, in the chats. So last word before you get off.
Nothing, man. I'm actually looking forward to each one of these games this week. I think there's some interesting dynamics in each one of the games, especially the two games that I'm really looking to see is the Bills Broncos game. That's an interesting game there, and the Rams Bears game. I think that is probably the most interesting game because you got to figure out which Chicago's defense is going to show up. That's what's going to matter. Which Chicago defense is going to show up? Will the defense that pressures and actually holds on the interception show up, or the one that drop it and get torched by Stafford? So that's what I'm saying. But the Pats will probably be hosting the AFC Championship game. That's my prediction coming up. So let's see.
We know who we got in the Bills and the Broncos.
Yeah, I don't know. When that guy has the ball in his hand at the end, man, like it's almost like watching Joe Montana back in the day. Like you almost can guarantee that they're going to score. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. So, but anyway, man, it's always a pleasure being on. Thank you for having me on. I jumped off of doing some work and came in because I couldn't let Joe down.
Appreciate you,
man.
Tony. Yeah, and if you're free Tuesday, hopefully you come in here with a smile.
I probably will be.
All right. All right, cool. All right, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week.
All right.
All right.
So y'all know I had to look up Davis Mills' stats, right? Y'all know I had to. Let's look up Davis Mills real quick. He played the Broncos. Really good defense. 17 of 30, 137. No touchdowns, no picks.
Hold on. How many points they score?
15. They lost.
Okay, go ahead.
They played the Jags. They win 36-29.
See, they scored 36.
Hold on. 27 of 45, 292, 2 touchdowns and a pick.
Hey.
Then we move on to the Titans. They win 16-13, 26 of 41, 274 and 1 touchdown. Then they play Buffalo. They win 23-19, 16 of 30, 153 and 2 touchdowns. He dang on there 50% completion percent. I mean, for his standard, I guess, for what he came in the league.
Yeah. But let's get our next matchup up. We got a number 1 seed against a 6 seed. We got the Bills versus, let me put this banner up. We got the Bills versus the Broncos. And this is a rematch from last year.
It is.
A rematch from last year. And it's going to be a stampede incoming. I don't know if it's going to be Denver or it's going to be Bills Mafia because it's going to be some fireworks this game. You got the number 1 seed Broncos, who nobody thought they would get the number 1 seed. And then we got the 6 seed Bills, who no one thought that they would lose the AFC East. But Josh Allen went on the road and won his game against the Jaguars. A lot of people picked against him. And now he's going a mile high to do what he did last year and get a dub. Or will the Broncos and Bo Nix get the dub? So we got a Broncos fan and we got a Bills fan, as y'all saw last week. First, we're going to bring up the number 1 seed, my boy Tyler, and we're going to bring up Devin.
What's up?
What's up, fellas?
Same time, yeah. Hey, Joe.
I got you.
Joe.
Yeah.
You ain't tell me I was sharing my primetime slot.
Yes, sir.
I thought this was an ESPN special, a solo.
But if what was Tony say, for it to be a primetime game, you gotta have 2 primetime teams up there.
Yes, sir.
There it is. Yeah. So y'all, we got a big game right here, y'all. Another rematch from last year. I think y'all both came on last year too, which is dope.
Yeah.
Y'all back this year. Bo Nix and the Broncos had a week of rest. They got to watch the scene, see what's going on. Josh Allen got banged up, got towed up, but still got the victory. And now we meet here. So we're gonna let the lower seed go first. We're gonna let you go first, Devin. We know who you think winning, but what's gonna happen?
Overseed. Hey, come on, man. Let's just playoff seeding. But all right, so this is what obviously I'm going with Bills money line just because who's gonna go pick against their team. But what I'm hoping, to be honest, I'm hoping that Bo Nix is gonna struggle because they had this whole week of rest off. Sometimes a week it's not good. Sometimes when you're not playing, you're not in rhythm. I'm hoping they struggle and struggle hard because honestly, Jacksonville defense is not great, but they look pretty okay against us. And obviously, we know what the Broncos defense is. I'm kind of nervous because everybody know we have no receivers, like none. Even when they there, we have none. And they got arguably the best cornerback in the league. So he definitely could just take away one whole player by itself. Um, we're gonna need our tight ends to step up. And when I say tight ends, I really just mean Dalton Kincaid. Because I mean, at this point, Dawson Knox should we'll probably get rid of him after this year. To be honest, I ain't saying he washed up. He just old, slow. He can't do as much as he could. But James Cook, I told you last week, Joe, and when I came on a couple days ago, I told you he didn't do nothing in the first playoff game. I told y'all he not where everybody say he is. I ain't saying I don't appreciate him, but he, like I said last year, he said he wanted Saquon Barkley money. You don't deserve it if you can't be a main factor, and we gotta rely on our quarterback legs and stuff like that to overcome the win. I mean, of course you're gonna rely on his arms, but man, he ain't Lamar Jackson, so we shouldn't be relying on his legs like we are. We using him like a power back. So I don't want us to have to do that again. They got a great pass rush. Honestly, I'm just naming a lot of things that reasons we should lose. I can't even give you no reason we should win, only because Josh Allen. That's the only reason we should win is if he go out there and play out of his mind. So other than that, our run defense is terrible. I mean, terrible. They got RJ Harvey, who ain't deep. He not the best running back, but honestly, Carl, I think you can get out there and get 200 yards on us. So
Don't lie on me like that.
hey, listen, anybody. That's how terrible we are. So we gonna see what happens, but honestly, I'm not really. I don't know. I'm just not really super. Even though they're number one seed, I'm not really super scared of the Broncos because they got Bo Nix. Not saying Bo Nix is bad, but I mean, some of the games you watch, like when they was down to the no, when they up on the Giants.
Yep.
No, they was down. Was
No,
they
they
up
were
or
down. They
down?
came back. They came back
They
They
was
on
came
them.
down.
back
They were
and won
down
the
like
game.
30.
Yeah.
They came back and won the game, but it was just bad to get down to the Giants like that. It was just sometimes Bo Nix don't show up the way he's supposed to show up. He's not fully there yet, and so I'm hoping that this ain't the year that he figure it out.
All right, Tyler.
I mean, to me, he sound like me from last year. He don't sound too sure. Well, I'm going in with a lot of confidence. I think we get it done this year.
Let's get
This
it.
is like you say, it's a rematch. Team, first time going to the playoffs together. This time around, they more experience. Got the number one seed playing at home. Got the home crowd behind them. All you gotta do, for me, I just feel like you just gotta stop James Cook and put pressure on Josh Allen. And hope he makes mistakes. I'm tired of the narrative of Superman this, Superman that all this week. They disrespecting us, man. And at this point, I just feel like they use that and as fuel and just go out there and get this dub. Like that's all I'm waiting on. I can't wait.
Mm. Yeah, Carl.
It's no secret who I'm going with, man. This is the last op I need to go down. I'm going with the Broncos. Now, here's why, though. I'm going with the Broncos because, like Devin said, that run defense can be had. Joshua Tootin in the Jaguars game had 4 carries for 50 yards and never got a carry again, which is insane to me at Jacksonville. RJ Harvey is one of the guys I was really big on coming out of UCF as a running back. I've seen him dominate against the UCF, and I've seen him perform well with the Broncos. I've also seen Jaleel McLaughlin perform well with the Broncos. So I think the Broncos have a core of running backs that can take advantage of this Buffalo Bills run defense. Number 2, the Bills just lost Tyrell Shavers, who to me was underrated. He's a big play threat to me, Tyrell Shavers, and they lost somebody else. I think he got hurt.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah. Gabe Davis towards ACL in the Jaguars game. There you go. So those are 2 big losses. Now I will say the receiver core has taken a big hit. Keon Coleman will be relied on much more, which I mean, shout out my Spartan. He's not doing well so far. I do agree with Dev. They're going to have to rely more on Dalton Kincaid. I even would throw Jackson Halls in there. He's the third string tight end from Georgia Tech, but he's probably going to have to be used more in the passing game instead of the run game. But this is my only issue with Denver. It just seems no matter who they play, it's going to be a game late in the ball game where it's going to be a 1-score game. And that's a scary situation to be in going against Josh Allen, even with the limited weapons he does have. And the Bills O-line, not for nothing, doesn't get the credit that they deserve. So that scares me. I think Nick Bonito and his D-line for sure is going to have to show up. I do think Alex Singleton coming back from the cancer surgery, which shout out to him for that, was a big boost to this team. I've been a fan of Alex Singleton for a while now. He's a linebacker that just has a nose for the football. And this secondary, man, is going to be huge. They're going to have to put the Bills in third and long situations, man up, and you're going to have to get to Josh Allen. And I think ultimately, while Josh Allen has a lot on his shoulders, I just think the Broncos has a really good defense to counteract that. And with you mix a really good defense with a defense who's tough, it's real tough for them to stop the run. I think this favors Denver in Denver. So I'm going with the Broncos.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with the Bills. All right, and the reason I'm gonna go with the Bills because Josh Allen. Josh Allen. I picked the Jaguars last year, and then Josh Allen had a really underrated great game last game.
I don't think it was underrated. He had a great game.
Okay, yeah. So last game was a great game. He had the fourth highest passer rate under pressure last game against the Jaguars, which is really good. And then with Gabe Davis being there, with the limited weapons they got right now, it's gonna be tough. Now the Broncos, like you said, what I wrote down, close game. They play down to their competition. They play up to their competition. They just play to the level of their competition every game. But they find ways to win. That's one thing that's on their side. I think if it is a close game, you could say it can benefit the Broncos, but it being the playoffs against Josh Allen, I want to put that benefit with Josh Allen. Also, I remember the Broncos, they came in last year playoffs with a top three defense. And the Broncos, they gave up 31 straight points. You know what I mean? So do I think this Bills offense is similar to last year? No. But what I saw against the Jaguars with how they protected Josh Allen with the mass protection and all that stuff, I think they'll do that this game. I think James Cook will have a better game this game, but I think the Bills have to play that possession game. You know what I mean? Kind of like you might have to punt the rock, but play the possession game. Like don't be greedy. Don't be going for it on fourth down. I feel like it's gonna be a low scoring game. It might be a 13-10 type game. And the turnovers on both sides, like Tyler said, Josh Allen is capable of turning the ball over. But we see in the playoffs, he usually elevates his game, and he don't really see that in the playoffs unless it was the Miami Dolphins. All right. But the Bo Nix, him taking care of the ball is going to be crucial. Him having a week off, like Devin said, this is going to hurt or help you. So we don't know what we're going to expect from the Broncos this week and Bo Nix. So I'm going to go with Josh Allen and the Bills in the low-scoring game.
Yeah, I feel you. I just feel like the Broncos can sell out to stop the run because they got guys like PS2 and they don't have their weapons because they're pretty much hurt. You stop Khalil Shakur and focus on those tight ends, it's tough for them to find production. Josh Allen's going to have to literally play superhero ball and extend plays to get guys open.
Mm-hmm. Devin, you want to?
I was about to say, yeah, I agree. Actually, if they can, I don't think they're gonna put PS2 on Khalil Shakur though.
No, I don't think so either. But what I'm saying is, if you
they're better off putting him on Dalton Kincaid because he a nice size cornerback who can play physical. They better off putting him on him because Shakir is just a slot receiver at the end of the day. I don't think they would waste PS2 on him, even though he had a great game. I just don't think that Jacksonville got the backs to match up with him.
They probably put him on Keon. Say you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because you put him on Khalil, you put him on Kincaid. That's
right there.
Inside either
that's
way.
That's the factor. I'm forgetting about Keon Combs because he really is. He had that one catch, but he's an X factor. He got the talent to literally take us over the top and shock people and have a great game, or he can just do nothing. That's why I mentioned Shavers. Shavers makes some big time catches. Like he makes some big time catches on big time downs. Even Gabe Davis, a big wide receiver. Like they had that on the other side with Courtland Sutton, and they got the speed receiver in Franklin. What's the other guy now? Pretty
Marvin
fast.
Mims.
Marvin Mims. So they got
Bryant's a possession guy. I love him out of
and height. So,
but also the Broncos
who they tight end? Is it Ingram?
Yeah, Ingram.
Yeah, they got man.
I feel like y'all X factor
in the defensive back though.
I think y'all X factor gonna be Brandon Cooks, low key.
Hey, I like that. He
stretches the field.
I'm about to say he made plays down the field.
And y'all have a weak spot in the defensive backfield.
No, they don't. They be targeting my dog, bro. Stop.
Riley Moss.
They be targeting him, bro.
Oh, y'all got him.
No, he actually plays good coverage. They target.
He does,
bro. No,
they throw a lot of passes. Yeah.
some of those flags he get
Yeah. No,
be
I'm not
50-50.
going.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Because
I'm not
sometimes he put
going,
himself
bro.
in bad positions and he get too handsy.
Yeah.
If he stops that part of it, he's good money.
Yeah,
But
I'm not
they're
going,
gonna target him regardless because
Yeah.
they're not gonna target PS2, so they're gonna target somebody, and it's gonna be him.
When that
I'm
ball
not
go up
going.
in the air
Riley
and I
Moss is
see
not.
Riley Moss, I'm like, oh.
Riley Moss is
Yeah,
not as
you
bad
don't
as
know
people
what's
Yeah.
gonna
try
be
to
the
make it.
outcome.
He's not as bad as people try to make it seem, bro.
Nah, he's
Sometimes I
not.
feel like the refs just be targeting him. Sometimes, no, I'm not going.
Yeah,
You think the refs be targeting him? The refs?
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
because the
bro.
way he play, it's the way he
Bro,
play.
sometimes I didn't watch them do nothing and get a flag.
Yeah, and it'll be late
He's
flags
no
at
Cooper
that.
DeJean.
Hey, Riley Moss walked so Cooper DeJean can run. They both went to the same school.
Yeah,
Can't tell.
Well, y'all the first game. Y'all play tomorrow at 4:30. It's gonna be good, man. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I think all these the one thing about this year's playoffs is like you don't know. Like all these teams that's remaining can go to the Super Bowl, and I wouldn't be shocked. So it's up in the air, but we're gonna see. It's a rematch. The Broncos can get back, and it's a big game for Bo Nix. Like we talking about a second year QB could be playing the AFC Championship game. That's a big deal. It's a big game for Josh Allen. Mahomes not here. This is his time to get there and win it all. So if he don't get it now, it's gonna look bad. No matter how the team look, it's gonna look bad if he don't get to the Super Bowl this year. So yeah, let's get some last words before we get off here.
All right.
Start
Well,
with you,
my
Devin.
last word is I forgot about him, but I'm glad y'all brought him up. So only thing I think we need to do is target Reed Dowdy, and we're gonna be good. That's your safety, ain't it, Joe? Your favorite safety.
Come on, man.
That's the
Reed
equivalent to
Dowdy.
Riley Moss.
We got a bunch of guys that's terrible. But go ahead, Tyler.
last words is I need us to get it done, man. You know, we got smashed last year, so this year, like I said, I just hope they use that as fuel and get it done. We need that dub, man. We need to go to the championship game. We need to do what Jaden did last year. That's what Bo need to do.
Okay. Now we talking.
We need that.
Get lucky. That's what Jaden did last year.
Nah, he ain't get lucky. I wouldn't say that.
This
Man,
man
some
said
favorable
Reed Dowdy.
matchups. Favorable matchup.
Man, that wasn't luck at all. Go watch the tape.
Unfavorable matchups in the playoffs. All I saw.
Oh, for real?
What I don't want though, I can't have this, man. I can't have an AFC East championship and an NFC West championship.
Oh yeah, I know.
That'd be funny.
Man.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
If we lose to the Patriots, they gonna fold. So don't let that happen. I know they gonna fold.
Yeah, that'd be crazy though. Yeah, AFC East and NFC West. Yeah, that'd be crazy. But hey, we're gonna see. Only time will tell. Hey, that was funny. Read out, that was funny. We're gonna take it back. But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all for being on. Looking forward to seeing y'all on Tuesday if y'all free. And one of y'all gonna be smiling, one of y'all gonna be frowning.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I hope I don't see you next week, Tyler.
Nah, I'll be back.
I hope not. That means I'm not on the show.
No, y'all both.
I'm about to say y'all come on regardless.
All right.
We don't lose, y'all on. All right,
But I'm a so loser. I ain't recapping nothing. I'm gonna send you my stuff in the text.
You're gonna send a video.
Yeah, say a statement for me.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay safe. Have a good weekend.
All right, fella. You too.
All right, man. That was good. So we on good time, Carl.
Hey, we normally are.
Yeah, we on great timing. We on great timing, man. We can do some fillers for real before we end this thing. For real.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me change this banner. All right. I don't think nobody really put their picks for that last game. Panthers corn, bro. You a week late.
What you mean?
Okay, passing Bills, right versus Bills in the chip.
In the AFC Championship.
I was about to say, I don't even make sense.
Yeah, he said the conference chip. It say conference right there.
Yeah, conference chip. Yeah. That would be cool though. AFC East.
No, it won't.
Oh yeah, you don't want Josh Allen in there.
Yeah, no, they eliminate him as fast as possible, bro. Please.
So let me ask you this. Okay, how about this? What about your owner? Your owner. I mean,
So I didn't watch it, all of it. I saw the clip where he said if Tyler Luke would have made the kick, he'd have been Harbaugh would have been a coach for another week. basically saying he would have been the coach until we lost. And that's pretty much all I really saw. I don't watch press conferences like that, which I probably should watch that one because he kept it real. I normally feel like people don't keep it real. Yeah, I feel like normally when people do conferences, they don't keep it real. They just keep it PC, other than like Lamar. But so I probably should go watch that.
He kept it real. He also said that he called him and told him he was fired. He said he didn't want to tell him meet me at the office in an hour. He just said I'd rather call him or whatnot. He also said that Lamar is gonna. He told you already said about Lamar in the coaching search.
So I seen like people trying to mix it. So I saw one thing saying he has no power. I have the power, but then I also saw people saying he said that Lamar's going to be a voice for sure in the coaching. So let me know.
Yeah, he said that. He also he said that. So they're doing interviews now. All right. We talking about DC. All right. That's what I call him, right? DC.
EDC.
Yeah. EDC. That's what it is. EDC. He's doing interviews, and then they're going to narrow that down, and then Lamar and Bashadi is going to
discuss
meet with them. And he said that even he told Lamar, if you got to use my jet, you can fly in if you need to. Like, and he said he asked Lamar, and Lamar said, yeah, he's down with that.
I almost shed a tear.
Yeah, so they're both going to meet with them or whatnot. So they're all in on Lamar for real. That's what it sounds like. Like
good.
They're all in Lamar. They feel like he got another great 4 years. They said like at least great 4 years.
I did hear that he said he would rather Lamar extension get done before free agency, so the sooner the better. I did also hear that.
He said that too. So they can have because his cap hit will be higher if you don't get it done sooner.
Yeah,
and they can have more 70. 70 something, like 72 million or something like that, which is crazy. And so who do you honestly think your next head coach would be?
I told you ever since you brought it up on that show. I've been on the Robert Salah wave for sure. I'm not as in on Brian Flores as a lot of people, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that Miami was his fault, to be honest, but I'm not just so on Flores because everybody's saying Flores. I'm not. I'm more so like the Salah approach because one, with Baltimore, and I think Salah's just a better DC. Two, I don't feel like the Jets was his fault. And when he was in New York, they had a top defense. Yeah. Offensively, you lose Aaron Rodgers 3 plays into the season, and now you're trying to figure out quarterback on the spot with the Jets team who was not good already. So I just don't feel like that's his fault. I would love Salah. If we don't get Salah, I would love a young, brilliant offensive mind in Kubiak or McDaniel. McDaniels, I think Lamar with Flores. I know somebody in this set. Already. Yeah, I know. We interviewed like 10, 11 candidates already, and I'm not joking. Like we interviewed that many people, but I would like either one of them because I feel like they can unleash Lamar, but I feel like an OC can do that. Just give me a defensive coach with a DC and let the OC just do him, and I think we'll flourish.
Yeah, because you got Lamar, and you want the defense to be consistent because you got Lamar. Like, yeah. But y'all interview. I'm hearing a lot of Mike McDaniel. I think he's going to either be our head coach or OC.
Yeah, I would love that. So my dream 3, well, let me not say that, but my 3 would be Salah head coach, McDaniel OC, and probably Flores as a DC. To be honest,
for real though, if Robert Saleh becomes a head coach, he might bring in one of his disciples.
That's cool with me too.
For the DC, yeah. He might do that.
That's cool.
And then Mike McDaniel is they coach together with the 49ers. So like he was a DC and he was the OC at the same time. So I think that would be perfect for y'all. If y'all get Robert Saleh is a leader of men. He's a leader of men, man. Like he's a real coach, they say over there in Bang Bang 90 game. So that's that. I did want to ask you something else too. You got that. Mike Tomlin. I never got your thoughts on Mike Tomlin. Let's talk about Mike Tomlin. So what are your thoughts on that? Like on Mike Tomlin stepping down?
So I'm not going to take the shot approach as as a Steelers fan did on Tuesday. I'm not going to do that. This is what I say about Tomlin. He, rightfully so, deserves a lot of credit for having them not go under 500 because, as you can see with the Ravens, it's not that easy to do because the Ravens had a ton of injuries, and we still, granted, we fought back, but we still finished below 500. We finished 8-9, so that's not easy to do. But when you constantly lose and uncompetitively losing in the first round of playoffs, it can overshine the fact that you don't become 500 because now you're just stuck in mediocrity. You hear the Steelers all the time. Our roster's not good enough. We can't find a quarterback. Da da da. It's not even kind of. It's 100% y'all fault.
Mm-hmm.
You missed on quarterbacks. You missed on free agent quarterbacks. You don't, not for nothing, you don't have good picks to get a top guy. And then when you did get a guy, Kenny Pickett, who I liked, it just didn't work out. So it's kind of their fault as well. And then, like I said, no matter who's the quarterback, 'cause I know the excuse for the Steelers for a while was we played Josh Allen in the first round, we lost. We played Lamar Jackson in the first round, we lost. We played Pat Mahomes in the first round, we lost. You just played CJ Stroud, who gave y'all 3 turnovers and lost 30-6. You have not been competitive. I think I saw the stat where they've been in 5 playoff games where they were at least down 21 at some point.
Yeah.
So as much as that 500 thing is good and it's consistently like decent or mediocre in the regular season, you get to the postseason and get whooped as the Pittsburgh Steelers, mind you. We also have to take that into account. They're not just some France. They're not the Detroit Lions. They're not the Minnesota Vikings. They're not the Arizona Cardinals. They're the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so that can't be the standard of, oh, we're cool with just going 500 but getting spanked in the playoffs. That can't be the standard. So eventually, just like us, it was time to make a change.
Yeah. I think he did the right thing by stepping down because they weren't going to fire him. So, like Javon said, if he never had stepped down, he would still be the head coach. And at first, I was like, it's a GM fault. But then, like, I did some digging, and I'm pretty sure Javon said this before, but Mike Tomlin got his hand in everything.
No,
you know
I'm the one that said that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You said it. Yeah, he got his hand in everything. I think you mentioned to me that he the one that grabbed Kenny Pickett.
Yes.
You know, so he got his hand in everything. So them not having a quarterback is his fault. Like this year, they could have grabbed Shador, but instead they got Aaron Rodgers. You know, look at Tyler Shuck. Tyler Shuck looking nice. Hey, Carl, I
apologize to Tyler Shuck in the group chat. Nobody saw it, but I apologize. Like 2 weeks ago.
I watched like probably every. No, I ain't watch every. I ain't gonna hype it up. I watched a lot of his games, but I actually like him. I'm gonna adopt him. That's one of my guys.
So my thing with Tyler Shuck in college, because he took Oregon to the Pac-12 championship. They got spanked. Well, I don't know if they got spanked, but I think they lost to USC. My thing with Tyler Shuck is he's talented, but at times he makes boneheaded plays. And I think sometimes he does it in bunches. So while I thought Tyler Shuck was mid at best, and he played phenomenally for the Saints. Don't get me wrong. He played really good, especially for a rookie. I just wasn't sure how he would fend against NFL defenses because he had the arm talent, but he played well. I'm not going to lie. I apologize. He played well.
He did. So, like, there's opportunities right there. So, I think him, like, coming to them, that was the best thing. And then I'm hearing that he's retiring for good. But, you know, that's always –
So did Kyle Whittingham. Kyle Whittingham retired for good from Utah, and then Michigan came with a 6-year, $80-some million contract, and he went from retired to Michigan's head coach within a month.
Man, what? Because, you know, like, he got 2 years left in his contract still. So, if somebody were to want to get him, they have to trade for him.
Yeah.
So he's going to take a year off, though, for sure, they said. But I think it was the right move for him to step down. All right. And so we can wrap this up right now. So great show, Carl. I'm going to do my last words, and then we could quickly talk about CTC and all that stuff. All right. But my last word, shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to the whole R2L family, man. Shout out to everybody who watched in the comment section. We appreciate y'all that got active in the comments. Make sure y'all stick around for Tuesday. We're going to get the results of these games and have these fans come back on, and maybe more, because we had some fans that couldn't make it today. So have some fans on to talk about these games. Click the link in the description, the first link in the description, and you can become a member of the R2L community, because we kind of watch these games together. We're not physically together, but we watch them together in these chats. And it's very entertaining. It's like a game within a game. And I'm trying to pull up these superstar members. So I can give a shout out to all the superstar members. All right. Who is that? Okay, never mind. Shout out to Chavo, Coach Coombs, Worm, Dimitri, Dave, Taniqua, myself, the Couriers, Big O, Cardo, Vaughn, Giovanni, Chris, Teddy, and Tomo. And you, matter of fact, become a superstar member today, and you could be in a superstar chat, and you'll be involved every single game in the playoffs. And the Commanders, man, I mean, we just sit back and watch it, and we watching these second-year QBs and see how they act in the second round. Because we know our guy did in the second round. Put up 45. So all I'm saying, you know what I mean? In Detroit. No, defense was decimated, but we had to put up points, Carl, because they were scoring almost every drive.
Yeah.
Outside in the second year.
Like I said in that game, bro. I didn't, they best cornerback literally went down the second play of the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Ain't my problem. ain't my problem. You know what I mean? So we had to do what we had to do. Go in there and put up 45 on them boys. And but they still had Gibbs. They still had Jared Goff. They still had Amon St. Brown.
Yeah.
They still had J-Mo.
Still had Jared Goff. It's crazy.
I mean, Jared Goff was cooking that year. And he was actually cooking that game. He had turnovers, but they were still moving the ball, bro. Like I was like they were moving the ball like crazy, but he did their own picks though.
Ain't that the year? That's the year that he threw like 5 picks against the Texans, and they still won.
And they still won. Yeah, it was 5. It was 5. I think it's crazy.
And when he's a quarterback stat though.
I know, right? and then the Kings. Make sure y'all check out Unfazed for the quarterback win stat. Then the Kings, we doing a fire sale right now, Carl. Everybody's up for sale. we trying to dump everybody. Take them. We trying to make a salary cap dump. That's what we doing right now. And
I heard y'all talking about trading them to the Clippers.
DeRozan and Keon Ellis, yeah, that's like a salary. For John Collins. John Collins is on the what's the name? Yeah, of course. John Collins is on his final year of his contract.
I didn't even know the details. I just heard I didn't even know Keon Ellis or John Collins was involved. I just heard DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, so like what about to say? I saw people commented, Kings fans were like, why are they throwing Keon Ellis in the deal? That's a dumb.
Y'all don't use him.
DeMar DeRozan, Keon Ellis for John. That's a dumb trade. I'm like, bro, they doing it because it's a salary dump. Like we are literally trying to start over. Like we trading everybody. We about to tank this year, bro, in the second half of the season, and then we're gonna get one of these superstars in the draft, and we're gonna have some cap space to sign some guys.
I don't know. I mean, coming from a Pistons fan who was the worst team in the league about 2 years straight and got the 5th pick, this ain't the NFL. You got to win the lotto.
Well, we don't have to have the worst record according to y'all. You know what I mean? So as long as we like around that top 5, then we can get that first.
Like I said,
how many guys coming out this draft? Like you would think, like these are guys that could change the franchise.
So AJ is one. Maybe Cam Boozer. Maybe. See, this is my thing. Like a lot of people who think Darren Peterson can change the franchise. I'm not so sure about that. Go White, by the way. I don't know if I see that many franchise changing guys yet. Now, there's a lot of the season left. My mind can change because my mind changed with certain players as time went. But I don't know if I see that many as of now.
All right, look.
But like I said, there's more season left. I can look. Because I ain't gonna lie, I like a guy that I don't know if he's even projected lotto right now, but I don't think he's a franchise changer. But it's a guy like I really like in Flory Badunga, who plays with Kansas, which he's high energy big. But I don't think people as high as him on him as I am. So
yeah, like when there's a matchup with these guys with a nice good team, text me.
Okay. Cool. Bet you should tune in tomorrow. There's some big matchups tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be talking about them tomorrow.
Yeah, just let me know. And I know. So go ahead, Carl. Get your last words, and talk about your show you got going on Monday.
All right, cool. So appreciate you for having me on the show. It was fun. As you can see, Michigan State, we bite. I think we bite with Pat Fitzgerald, man. I'm so excited for the season. Pat Fitzgerald's been going crazy in the portal. Now, I will say the Dodgers are cheaters. It's no way in the world it's no way in the world that the MLB land has let them sign Cal Tucker. This is crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was like, well, no point in me watching baseball this year. The Tigers wake up. It's a great night to sign. It's a great night to sign Tarek Schoolball. I saw the Mets got Bo Bichette. Shout out to them.
That was a good move.
It's a great night to sign. Hey, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Blank check. I just spit. That's how mad I am. Blank check. Sign Tarek Schoolball. I don't care. Y'all talking about we want to pay him $19 million. What is you crazy? This is the best pitcher in baseball. He broke 2 records in a do or die game, and we still lost. Oh, if y'all don't sign Tarek Schoolball, man, get out of here. The Tigers are not as good. I don't even think we make the playoffs without Schoolball. So sign Schoolball. I don't care how much it is. Pistons, shout out to y'all. We beat the Suns last night. My man K had 10 points, but he had 11 assists. So it is what it is. There goes a non-baseball watching guy. Probably a Nationals fan. He probably think the Nationals still good enough to go to the World Series. Shout out to him, though. No offense to you, Joe, but he's from the area. So Ravens is what it is, man. The season was very disappointing. Season was very sad, but let's just make good on this hire. Let's make good on these draft picks. I think I had one more thing to say before the show started, but I forgot it. So it is what it is.
And Carl, I hope your Pistons don't do what your Tigers did.
Oh, full late game.
Just reminded me that y'all were the #1 seed almost like the whole first half for real. And y'all
bro, we didn't even win the division.
That was crazy. Y'all collapsed in the second half of the year.
Offense
about that.
It was the offense, bro. Offense went back to life, back to reality. And then we lost starting pitchers too, though. Like we lost Reese Olsen. We lost another guy I can't think of right now. We did lose some starting pitchers. And that kind of left our starters rotation kind of crazy. But hey, man, it don't matter. We won a playoff series. We got Cleveland up out of there, and we were a schoolball masterclass away from going to the ALCS. So
yeah, that was y'all had like an historic overtime. I mean, that's an overtime. Actually,
bro, we went 18 innings?
Yeah, that thing was crazy. I remember that night. That was crazy. But yeah, talk about your show on Monday.
So before I talk about that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have a show Saturday discussing college basketball. I've been kind of waiting to kind of been itching to talk about some college basketball, man. We got some good games. I know Vanderbilt just took their first L against Texas on the road. Now they play Florida this Saturday at home, so that's a nice little bounce back spot for them. Florida has won 3 straight by like 20 plus, so that's a good game there. Michigan State, we play Washington. We better not fold. Get the job done, boys. I can't remember some of the other bigger matchups. Oh, SMU, Virginia, I feel like is a very underrated good matchup. Shout out Boopy Miller, man. Wake Forest transfer. He had a half-court game winner against Virginia Tech Tuesday night. He's been taking the college basketball world by storm, so shout out to him. Shout out Stanford, huge upset over UNC at home. That was a great win for them. And Houston, man, when I say I'm not scared of Houston like I would have been in prior years, they go into West Virginia, win by like 30. So, they win at home against West Virginia against 30, who just upset Kansas. So, shout out to them. Also, this week, Iowa State took their first loss against Kansas, got blown out on the road in Lawrence, Kansas. And last thing I want to shout out before I talk about my show Monday is Miami of Ohio, man. A lot of talk was talked about how they had like the 347th weakest schedule coming into the league. And the head coach had to come out and say, like, guys didn't want to pay us. They didn't want to buy us to play them. So we had to do what we had to do. We had to buy teams and da-da-da. They've done nothing but remain undefeated, even in conference play, even beating Akron, who was picked to win the conference. So Miami of Ohio has done nothing but shut up the doubters at this current moment. And I'm happy for them. They had Peter Suter return from last year. And not for nothing, Miami of Ohio should have won the MAC championship and played in the tournament, but they blew a huge early lead, and Akron came back and won by 2 at the final seconds. And they're looking to avenge that. So now for my show Monday, so far I have Ace confirmed. We will be talking about the national championship. Ace, as y'all know, is a Miami Hurricanes fan. The show will be Monday at 6:00. We will be previewing the national championship. The game, I believe, is at 7:30. So, come in the comments, talk natty with us. Definitely going to be a good episode. Should be fun. Every episode with Ace is fun. Learn something. But we all know who he's going to pick to win. And if you watch CTC, then you know who I'm going to pick to win. But yeah, Monday night championship show. And Miami fans are more than welcome to join. I put the APB out in the chat. If you're a Miami fan in the chat, you're welcome to join. Dave, Kev, Chris. That was a funny revelation. That was a funny revelation right there. But if you're a Miami fan, even if you're not a Miami fan, you're in the college football chat and you want to talk to Natty, you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going Indiana. Yeah. And I think they're gonna cover. I think they're favorite 6.5. I think.
Last
Minus
I
6.5.
checked, it was 8.5. It went from
Ooh,
7.5 to 8.5. So let me look again.
I'm taking that, bro.
Miami is still 8.5 dogs. So Indiana's favored by 8.5 points.
I think that's accurate. Everybody keeps talking about Miami defense, which is good, but nobody's talking about Indiana defense, bro. Like what they have done in these playoffs. Like, come on, man.
These games ain't even been close.
I know. I like who scored the most points so far. I don't think they allowed 20 points yet.
Oregon. They did. They because Oregon scored the garbage touchdown to get 22.
Yeah. Ohio State, what, 13, 10? I'm gonna say
10. It was 13 to 10. Indiana won. Oh, you talking about in the season period?
No, I'm talking about in the playoffs.
Oh, because Ohio State.
Well, including the bowl game. I'm calling that
including the Big Ten championship. Okay.
Yeah, Big Ten championship game. Yeah.
I was about to say, because if you want to know who scored the most points against Indiana, you're gonna be very shocked who it was.
What is it?
I think it was either Penn State or Old Dominion.
And how much they score? Old Dominion.
Yes. But group of 5 teams don't belong. I think it was 27. Let me look. I want to say Old Dominion put up 27 against them.
Gotta be guard. They probably
shout out Old Dominion. You know, that's a DMV school.
52 to 27.
Nah, they didn't even put up 50. I want to say it was like 41 to 27 or something like that.
Must have been the guard. Gotta be a guard touchdown. Shout out to Old
Dominion. Old Dominion was in the game for a lot of it.
I
remember because I bet the game. But Old Dominion was in it for a while. Colton Joseph broke like a 70-yard touchdown run for Old Dominion. It was 14 to 27. Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
So the most points scored on Indiana this year, probably Penn State then, right? Because I think Penn State put up 24, and that is the most points that somebody has scored on Indiana.
That's crazy. The whole year. That's crazy. Hey,
yep. 24.
Nobody's talking about Indiana's defense, though.
Nope.
It is what it is. Because Ole Miss, well, if I can get it, it's gonna be tough for me to get on 6:30. Yeah. So if Ole Miss.
I could push it back to 6:30. I could try to push it back.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to do it. The game is at 7:30 there, right? Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
But like, if Ole Miss, with the limited time they had the ball, was able to move the ball like that, come on, man.
Yeah, not for nothing, they did kind of figure it out.
Come on, man.
Now I will say Miami did drop 4 picks.
They did. They did.
4 easy ones.
And they dropped like 3 in like 2 possessions. It was crazy. Yeah, and they dropped a pick 6 too.
The potential pick 6 for sure.
That was, yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for y'all today. Make sure y'all tune in to CTC on Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. It's gonna be a great show. And we'll see y'all Tuesday at the next R2L show. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.